Hey everyone, I'm OG Cap. With the release of the final installment of the MCU's Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought we could take a look back at the movies and specials of this ragtag team of heroes and how they were able to build such a fantastic fan base. We'll also take a look at the newest movie. It's been nearly 10 years since the release of the first movie.
I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Peter Quill and the Guardians found their way into our hearts and showed us that the most awkward and clumsy underdogs can work together to take down the toughest of villains.
Hooked on a feeling.
The balancing of comedy and action with sci-fi elements was the perfect combination to make us laugh and keep us glued to the theater screen. Chris Pratt was perfect for the role of Star-Lord. His timing was great. He made you laugh and made you cheer for him.
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Forget it.
Zoe Saldana's ability to play Gamora as a strong warrior with no fear was a sight to behold.
You're a good-looking girl. You should try to be more nice to people.
Nebula, the pieced-together sister of Gamora, had a vendetta to kill her sister. Karen Gillan was fantastic portraying this character.
You were going to kill my father? You're weak. Idiot! It was fun.
Rocket had the comedy, sarcasm, and great one-liners to keep the team off balance.
Ain't no thing like me except me. All right, I'm sorry.
His fascination with collecting artificial body parts
Oh, I was just kidding about the leg.
was just enough to make you wonder what he was thinking. Bradley Cooper doing the voice of him was a great surprise. Drax started out as a straight-laced, brooding warrior.
Woman, your words mean nothing to me.
But Dave Bautista's laugh became infectious and made the character more likable. And then there was Groot, the tree that nobody could understand but Rocket. He was able to express every emotion while only saying, Vin Diesel must have had a ball playing him. Quill was able to win over all of the other characters with his 80s music and his fascination with
Footloose. And in it, a great hero named Kevin Bacon.
the Guardians aboard
The Milano, the orange and blue one over in the corner.
were a force to be reckoned with, outrunning Yondu and the Ravagers, and ultimately beating Ronan with a dance-off to retrieve the Power Infinity Stone.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Which he left in the safekeeping of the Collector on Nowhere. Unfortunately, Groot was destroyed, protecting the Guardians from impending death. But there was a small piece of him that Rocket planted in a pot. There were cameos from Howard the Duck and Cosmo the Space Dog. This first movie was exciting to watch, and it was easy to get caught up in the fun the actors seemed to be having. The second movie allows us to learn more about each character's history and their relationships with each other. The initial scene made you laugh and kept you glued to the screen. Baby Groot running around and dancing during the fight was comic genius. They defeat the monster in exchange for Nebula. Rocket steals batteries from the Sovereign race, which causes them to attack the Guardian ship with a fleet of drone ships. A mysterious one-inch man riding an egg shows up and destroys all of the drones. The Guardians end up crashing on a nearby planet. It turns out that the one-inch man ends up being Ego, Peter's father.
Time in my existence, I am truly not alone.
Ego is a Celestial and brings some of the Guardians to the planet he created. This is where Mantis is introduced.
This gross bug lady is my new friend.
I'm learning many things like I'm a pet and ugly.
She and Drax have great conversations that'll make you laugh.
I liked it very much.
Yondu and his Ravagers are hired to go after the Guardians. They manage to capture Rocket, which was a riot. Rocket proves how tough he is as he manages to take down multiple Ravagers in a multitude of hilarious ways before he gets captured. Yondu's crew has a mutiny as he continues to protect Quill, whom he raised from the time he kidnapped him from Earth. The mutiny is led by Kraglin and Taserface.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I just keep imagining you waking up in the morning, sir, looking in the mirror, and in all seriousness saying to yourself, you know what would be a really kick-ass name? Taserface!
Yondu and Rocket build a relationship while imprisoned and escape with Baby Groot and Kraglin's help. They destroy the ship and crew with Yondu's special arrow. Ego tries to recruit Peter to help him reshape the universe. Peter is almost convinced until Ego says,
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
Nebula tries to kill Gamora. Gamora tries to kill Nebula. But then saves her. They fight, and Nebula finally wins for the first time.
I win.
She reveals,
One who wanted to win, and I just wanted a sister!
and not someone to compete with to impress Thanos. Peter and the rest of the Guardians fight Ego and more of the Sovereign Drone. They need to get to Ego's brain in the center of the planet to destroy him. Rocket builds a bomb from the batteries he stole. Baby Groot has to take the bomb to the brain, but in a hilarious exchange with Rocket, he keeps getting confused on which button to push.
I'm Groot.
Uh-huh.
I'm Groot.
That's right.
I'm Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
Yondu sacrifices his life for Quill. Gamora admits she loves Peter. And Nebula leaves to go kill Thanos. Dozens of Ravager ships show up for Yondu's funeral. Ravager leader, Sakaar Ogord, reunites with his original team.
I'm in. Dope.
I miss you guys so much!
Hell yes.
Let's say we still some
Adam Warlock is created, and Groot becomes a teenager. I particularly enjoyed two of my favorite actors reuniting for this movie.
Conan.
What?
It's Conan.
We're gonna get FUBAR now.
What the hell's football?
You'll see.
Tango and Cash alums, Sylvester Stallone, and Kurt Russell. The next year, the Guardians had a part in Avengers Infinity War, where the team split up to fight Thanos. Gamora is taken to Vormir by Thanos to retrieve the Soul Stone and is sacrificed, a soul for a soul. The following year in Avengers Endgame, they were all turned to dust with Thanos' snap, except for Nebula, who was with Iron Man.
And you've won. Congratulations. Fair game. Good sport.
She helped to keep him alive. They were all brought back with the Hulk snap. Except Gamora. However, a different version of Gamora from another dimension stayed in this timeline. She disappeared after the final battle. Fat Thor decides to hitch a ride with the Guardian.
Well, everybody knows who's in charge.
Me. Right?
Yes, you.
Then, 3 years later, they split with revitalized Thor in Thor: Love and Thunder. They continue to search for Gamora. Finally, we get a fun sample of the Guardians in... This was a wacky Disney Plus special that centered on Drax and Mantis wanting to give Peter, still depressed over Gamora, a Christmas present.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
You're coming with us.
They kidnap Kevin Bacon, his childhood hero, and bring him to nowhere where Peter is. They decorate for Christmas to surprise him and give him his present. Quill is upset and demands that they take Bacon home. Kraglin tells Kevin Bacon how he inspired Peter to be a hero, and so he decided to stay until Christmas before going home. Peter reveals to Mantis that Yondu changed his mind and gave him a pair of blasters for Christmas that he still uses as his primary weapon. Mantis reveals that she is his half-sister, and Peter is thrilled.
My father, too.
Wait, so does that make you my sister? Man, that's the greatest Christmas gift I could ever get.
And now we have the final installment. I just saw the movie. I was impressed with how good it was. I am not going to reveal any spoilers. All I can say is that if you're a Guardians fan, you need to see this one. So go to your movie theater and see it. It's difficult to say which one is my favorite, but I will reveal my answer in my next video. I will reveal more about this final chapter and how I felt watching it. See you soon, and let's go to the movies.